here. And so we're going to start on page 67 in grammar. '67. We are talking about a new opener. Woohoo! Openers are so fun. So this is number 5, and it's a clausal opener. And by the way, I don't think it's on your checklist. I got to peek though. Hold on just a second. Let me peek. I don't think it's there yet, but it's coming. No, it's not this week. It's not this week. Okay, it's not next week either. So after Christmas, basically. In January, when we come back after Christmas, you're going to start using openers in your writing too. And I think we did that, Kylie, last time in class, we started using openers. Yeah, so this will be a good refresher for you. So a clausal opener is a sentence that begins with an adverb clause. Remember the WWW words right here. WWW word: when, while, where, as, since, if, although, because. That's how you start it. Oh, here comes Ian. Good. So I'm going to have you guys repeat that a few times, because that's the best way to memorize something, is to say it over and over and over and over and over again. So you can stay muted and I'll say the first 3 words and then you repeat. So copy me. Okay. So I'll start. When, while, where. You say that. As, since, if, although, because. Now you say that. Okay, do that again. So I'll say it and then you say it, and then I'll say it and you say it. So I'll go first. When, while, where. You say it. As, since, if, although, because. Okay, so I think I heard Ian say, I can't hear you. So I'll put that in the chat. If you can't hear me, try logging in again and select the speaker. Okay, try that. Okay, now this time I'm going to say the whole thing and then you copy the whole thing. Okay, so I'll go first. When, while, where, as, since, if, although, because. Now you say all of them. Now say it faster and we'll say it together. Ready, go. When, while, where, as, since, if, although, because. Did you do it? Let's do it one more time really fast. Ready, go. When, while, where, as, since, if, although, because. All right. Just say it like that a few times in a row when you're doing your homework, and then you'll memorize that. Because if you get those in your head, it'll be so much easier to find them and write them and all of that. So remember, WWW, Asia. Each one of those words in Asia stands for, each one of those letters stand for a word. Okay, Ian's trying to come back in. See if he's got it. Now can you hear me, Ian? Okay, good. We just went over the clausal opener. We're on page 67. So here it says, while the men relaxed. This is an incorrect sentence fragment. So basically, this is part of a sentence. Whenever you use a clausal opener, it's not a complete sentence. You have to have a main clause with it. Okay, here is a better way to say it. While the men relaxed, Robin was restless. So see how Robin was restless has the square brackets. That's the main clause. While the men relaxed is the Asia or the clausal opener. And when you see that clausal opener starts with while, we know that that's one of the words. You're going to put a 5 with a circle around it, and you're going to write clausal next to it, okay? And then you can also label it as an adverb clause. So it's going to be pretty easy to find. And then, of course, the subject verb pair. So since Robin was restless, he looked for adventure. It's another example of adverb clause and then the main clause. So there is a comma rule about this. When the adverb clause comes first, you put a comma and then the main clause. So if you look over here in the margin, it's kind of giving you a little clue. This is a giant comma. That's what that is. AC, comma, MC. So adverb clause, comma, main clause. And then down here, if the main clause comes first, you do not need a comma. This is your little note for you to remember, okay? And here are your two examples. While his men rested, comma, Robin set out. This example with a main clause first, Robin left his men because he wanted adventure. So take out that comma. You don't need a comma there. This is the rule, AC, comma, MC, or MC, AC. Do you guys have any questions about this page? No? Okay, good. Oh, there's nothing on the back of that. I'm going to go ahead and just stop recording since Ian is here. Can you hear me okay, Ian? Well, I don't know if he's still there or not. Oops. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Natalia, can you read the sentence for us today?
The children of the merry men romped along the bank. They laughed and joked together.
Good. Okay, so romped is a word we don't use very often, but it basically means like playing roughly, basically. So like maybe they're wrestling, they're jumping over each other, they're tagging each other. It's basically when kids play and they play kind of rough like that or in a lively manner. That's romped, okay? And maybe, another phrase could be they romped around the room. So that happens a lot with little kids. They just love to just like run and tackle each other and, All right, so that's the vocabulary. It's basically an action word. So that is going to be a verb. Do you have a question, Kylie? You're muted if you're talking to me.
No.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw your hand. Articles A, and the. Go ahead and find those by yourself. Okay. And then nouns. How about Kylie? Where are the nouns at in this?
Children.
Okay, good. Children.
Men.
Whoops. Men.
And bank.
Yep, and bank. Good. Oops, it looks like we lost Ian again. So I just think I'll keep recording and see if he comes back in. So Jason, how about the pronoun? There's only one.
Sorry.
Okay. They, good. PR. And then since that was so short, how about the adjective too? So look at the nouns and see if there's a word that describes a little bit more about the noun.
Mary.
Yes, that's it, Mary. And MERRY just means happy, like Merry Christmas, happy Christmas. So these men were happy and having fun romping around. Usually I think of kids romping, so it's kind of funny to think of grown men romping around, but they probably were just like, playing around how guys do. All right, adverb, Natalia. Where's the adverb? This is a little tricky. Because it doesn't have an ly. Okay, before I know you're thinking, and you know what? I have an idea because I think this will help you. How about Natalia? Let's look for the verbs first. Where are the action words? Those are a little easier to find.
Laughed.
Yes, laughed is one. Good.
Romped.
Yep. Sounds like you got somebody romping around at your house.
That's the dogs.
Oh, the dogs. They're romping. Laughed, romped, and then there's one more.
Joked.
Yes, good. So now I'm going to help you find the adverb. So what tells more about the verb, like how they're laughing and joking?
Along.
No, not along.
Okay.
Look down here next to laughed and joked.
They.
No, that's a pronoun. We already labeled that one. So it's either going to be and or together, but we know and is a conjunction.
Together.
There you go. So together is the adverb. It's telling a little bit more about how they laughed and joked. They were laughing and joking together. So that was a little bit harder to find because usually it has an ly. Good. Okay, then back to Kylie. Oh, and we'll come back to that. The coordinating conjunction, Kylie.
And
Good. That's fanboys, in case you forgot. And
that
then,
was easy.
huh?
So that was easy.
That was super easy. How about you do, what we haven't done yet is the subjects that go with the verbs. So Kylie, how about you tell us what are the subjects for the verbs?
Men.
Actually, no, it's not. Okay. I messed
Children.
up. Yes. Because earlier I said it's kind of weird that the men are romping around, but if you look at it, it says the children of the merry men are romping. It's not the men, it's their children. So I messed up earlier when I said that. So that makes more sense to me. The children are romping around. So, okay. And then there's this sentence down below. Who laughed, joked? Yes, they. Good. So S there. Now we're done with that. And we'll come back to the prepositional phrases, but Jason, how about the main clauses? Now remember, those are complete sentences.
I think the all the way to bank and then
Yes.
all the way to the end.
Yes, you're right. And so we can actually put a period here after bank and go ahead and put a period after together too, because that is an indication that those are complete sentences. So they're main clauses. Good. And then now the prepositional phrase, Natalia. So we have two, and you can find a word that does not have a label on it yet.
Of the merry men.
Yes, that's it. Good. Of the merry men.
Along the bank.
And along the bank. Yes, good. Excellent. It's so much easier to find after you do the other stuff first. Now we've got two openers, Kylie. What kind of openers do you think we have here?
Number 1, subject.
Good. One subject. And then what about the second sentence?
Prepositional.
No, because PR is pronoun, remember?
Oh, then number 1.
Number 1, because it's also a subject. Yep, good. Subject. So they both were subjects. Capitals, Jason?
The and they.
And they, yep, the beginnings of both of those sentences. We already got the end marks. Now we're down to just the comma. So Natalia, we have a comma. Do we take that out, or is there a new one we need to put in? What do you think?
We need to take out the one after laughed.
I agree, because you're just listing two things there. Laughed and joked, you don't need a comma. Good. That's right. So we're going to check that. And we got that done. Hi, Ian. Can you hear me? Okay. So I'm still recording. I'm just going to record the whole class in case you end up going away again. but we just finished grammar. So later this week, when you have time, look at the recording, okay? And then you can catch up. All right, so later after class, you guys can write this down below. And then your homework is page 70, 71, and 72. Okay. And now you can get your binders out. This week, you guys worked on your first paragraph of your dangerous birds report. And you did the hooded pitahooey. If you can access your document, or if you have your paragraph, go ahead and get that out if you can. If it's too hard to pull it up at the same time, that's okay. But if you have it, go ahead and get that out too. And your keyword outline. So get out all that stuff. I have a lot of stuff here. Huh. Where did all that come from? Okay. Put that there. Okay. All right, so let's just take a quick peek at your paragraph if you have it and look at your checklist, okay? I always start the day that way because this is what I grade with, you know, this is how I check your work. So just glance at your paragraph and make sure you have 1, 2, 3, 4 dress ups underlined. You should have ly, who, which, strong verb, and because. If you have that, give me a thumbs up so I know you got that. I'm talking about your paragraph that you guys should have turned in yesterday. I haven't had a chance to look at it yet. Good, Ian. Okay. Good, Jason and Kylie. Natalia, you're still working on yours? Okay, you got it. Okay, good. And then did you guys remember to not use any of these banned words? Because see, there's eat, ate on there. I see that, Natalia. So there's eat, ate. And we did talk about how the hooded pitahooey eats those chorusing beetles or whatever they were called. So make sure you didn't say ate or eat there. Okay, Jason, I see that. Consume or devour, something like that would be a better word. And you don't need a title yet because we're not done, but you will be finishing this week. You're going to do the next 2 paragraphs and then you'll have a complete report. Okay. So I will be checking that between today and tomorrow. Those are my days to mostly grade stuff. So I will be checking that. Okay. So let's review just a second here. A little bit. Your subject. Remember, that's the subject is the main thing you're writing about. I always go like this because it's like the big sign, you know, at the top. You're writing about dangerous birds. That's the broad subject. Okay. Now your topics, those are the types of birds. And there's 3 of them. We've got the hooded pitahooey, and then there's 2 more that we're going to talk about today. But those are your topics. So in the end, you're going to have a report with 3 paragraphs, and it's all going to be about different dangerous birds. So let's look at your keyword outline really quick. This is what we worked on last week in class. And we got to keep going. Okay, so this one's all about the hooded pitahooey. This is the topic, the hooded pitahooey. So now let's build the rest of our outline. You're going to skip a line and do Roman numeral 2 and then 1 through 7 again. And then in the margin, again, let's put topic and clincher. By the way, did you guys remember to include topic and clincher in your paragraph? Did you guys remember to do that? That's part of your checklist now. I forgot to point that out. Right here, it's the fourth box down. Topic clincher sentences, repeat or reflect 2 to 3 key words, highlight or bold. Okay. I'm just thinking I need to share something with you really quick on here. Let me find it. An example of this so you know exactly what it means to do that. Let me pull it up because I have a list of examples. This is week 7. And I want to show you what it looks like with topic clincher. Oh, just kidding. They didn't highlight it. Okay, well, I'll still show it to you. This is something that they have on their website, an example of a report about dangerous birds. Notice they changed the title to Terrifying Birds. That's a good title. And I'm just going to read that first paragraph since that's what you guys worked on mostly. This person, Hunter, started out by saying, today I'm going to talk about 3 birds, southern cassowary, hooded pitahui, and African ostrich. The southern cassowary is what they started with, is one of the most dangerous birds in the world because of its sharp toenails. It can split you in 2. It has immensely powerful legs. The females, who are usually bigger, can get up to 6.5 feet tall. The males are only between 4 and 6 feet tall. It feeds on small fish, rats, lizards, and fruit. Let me just check something really quick here. Nope, that's it. Okay. This is not, I mean, this is a pretty good example, but okay, it didn't have what I was hoping it would have. So I'm going to come back to our share here. Sorry about that if that was confusing. The topic clincher, okay, it's the first sentence and the last sentence of your report that is supposed to reflect words. Kylie, did you do it on yours? The topic clincher? I was going to pull it up and share that.
No.
You forgot that? Did anybody remember the topic clincher? No? Okay. Let me see if I can pull one up to show you from a different class. Hold on just a second. Okay, here we go. This is a different student. Okay, here we go. I'm going to share another student's paper with you so that you can see how to use the topic clincher, because I know that's kind of new to you. So I want to show you what it looks like. Okay. So this is a better example. Sorry about that other example. Just forget about that for a second. This one is about the hooded pitahui, but do you see here how she has the word pitahui in bold, and she also has the word poisonous in bold? And then if you look down at her last sentence right here of the paragraph, she has pitahui in bold and toxic in bold, because the rule is the topic sentence, which is this first sentence right here. This is, oops, it stops here. That's her first sentence of her paragraph. That is called a topic sentence. And the rule is the topic sentence and the clincher sentence must repeat or reflect 2 or 3 key words. Now we know what repeat means. It means it's the same word. But that word reflect means it's almost the same word. It's like a synonym. It's not exactly the same word, but it's close. So that's her first sentence. And she has, in fact, I'll just highlight it here, the whole sentence. So you can see it. That's her first sentence. And then here is her last sentence of the paragraph. Okay. Now notice she has Pitahui in bold and Pitahui in bold here. And she has poisonous in bold and she has toxic in bold here. So that follows the topic clincher rule. That's how you do it. Your first sentence and your last sentence of your paragraph have to have repeat or reflect 2 or 3 key words. Okay. So let me take that off really quick so she's not like, what are you doing to my paper? She has here the hooded pitihui is a poisonous bird that was the first to be discovered. This bird is brightly colored with red or orange and has a black hood-like head. The pitihui is found in the forests of New Guinea. Tests show that the feathers and skin of this bird are poisonous. Typically, the hooded pitihui likes to munch on fruit, but most likely acquire their toxicity because they consume chorusine. The poison is batrachotoxin, which is like the poison dart frog. If you get scratched by this bird, you may suddenly become numb around the scratch. The natives know not to partake of or hunt the hooded pitihui. The hooded pitihui is a very toxic and dangerous bird. So she did a great job on this paragraph. She's got her ly word, she's got which, she's got the word acquire, which is a really good strong verb. And then she has the word because. So she's got all of her dress up words, and then she has her topic clincher. And she finished the report because this class is a little bit further ahead than you guys. But notice she has, each paragraph has those bold words in the first sentence and in the last sentence. She's got ostrich and enormous and ostriches, which is fine, and largest. Both of those are good topic clinchers. And then here she has cassowary dangerous and cassowaries harmful. Those are also good topic clincher words. Do you guys have any questions about topic clincher? Okay. All right, then. So let's go back to your keyword outline. We got to set it up all the way. So we need to turn the page over if you're out of room like me. And you're going to go on to number 3 here. And then 1 through 7. And we're going to put topic and clincher here. That's just to remind you, when you go to write your paragraph, don't forget about that rule. Jason, did you have a question?
I was wondering if you could go back to the other side because I just found my paper. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I basically just set up
Okay.
Roman numeral 2. Yeah. All right. So we do have 2 other articles to read about 2 different birds. So next to Roman numeral 2, we're going to read the one called the African ostrich. So we're going to go ahead and put that. That's going to be the next topic we're going to focus on in paragraph 2. So go ahead and write that down, Ian. Do you have your keyword outline? Did you watch my video last week? Okay. So you're not going to be able to work on this yet. We'll have to do it later, I guess. Or what you could do, Ian, is write Roman numeral 1 through 7, and just leave those blank. Or you can just copy down what I have here from the other video. You can copy all this down and then you'll be ahead in your homework, okay? And then write this down too. You should write these down. The Roman numeral 3 on the back is going to be the next article, which is called Southern Cassowary. That's the topic of that one, Southern Cassowary. Okay, now that we have the outline all set up, let's read about the African ostrich next, which is this one for paragraph 2. That's for Roman numeral 2, but we got to read it first. Okay, this is page 67. So Ian, you should get out. This is week 7 from your binder. Go ahead and get out week 7. So you have all the stuff you need. This is about the African ostrich. So we're going to do the same thing like we did with the hooded pitahui. And you're going to just underline facts, which is information that you find interesting about this bird, because you're going to use those pieces of information and put it in your outline for your paragraph. Okay, so I'm just going to read it. And as I read it, I want you to use your pen or pencil or highlighter, whichever you prefer. And I want you to underline or highlight the things that you think is interesting about this bird, okay? The largest bird on Earth, the African ostrich, can grow to over 7 feet in height and weigh up to 300 pounds. Okay, so that's like a football player status right there. 7 feet tall and 300 pounds. That's huge for a bird. It is the largest bird on Earth, which I think is interesting. You might want to underline that and then maybe underline 7 feet height, weigh up to 300 pounds. That's really good information to put in your outline here. When running, it spreads its small wings and can sustain speeds of up to 40 miles per hour. It has massive leg bones, and its 2-toed feet have hoof-like pointed nails several inches in length. Contrary to popular thought, an ostrich does not bury its head in the sand, but it will lie down with its head against the ground if nearby danger is perceived. When surprised or threatened, an ostrich can be deadly. It will charge and kick at an enemy. One solid kick can kill a lion or disembowel a dog. That's kind of sad. That just basically means their insides come out. So that's not good. There are many recorded incidents of humans being killed by ostriches. Man, I didn't know that. So be careful if you ever see one. The male ostrich is black with white-tipped wings and a white tail, while the female is a grayish-brown color. Ostriches generally travel in small groups with one male, 3 or 4 females, and their young. Ostrich eggs weigh about 3 pounds. They are laid in a communal nest, which means they share the nest, which can hold up to 60 eggs at a time. The males sit on the eggs at night, and the females incubate them by day. Ostriches are also raised for commercial purposes. Ostrich hide is used in luxury leather products, and ostrich meat is considered lean and nutritious. Domesticated ostrich eggs are sold in many countries. One egg is equivalent in volume to about 2 dozen chicken eggs. Wow. So if you have an ostrich egg omelet, it's basically man versus food. Basically, that's like 2 dozen eggs all at one time. That's a lot. It's big. Kylie?
I've seen an ostrich egg, except without its insides.
Oh, yeah. They're big. Like you probably have to hold it with 2 hands, right?
Yeah.
Oh my
It reminded me of Aunt Hillary's chicken, who laid an egg as big as a duck's egg.
Oh my gosh. This sounds even bigger than that, though. I mean, 2 dozen eggs. So like basically the yolk inside, the whole part of the egg, when you crack it open, it's like the same as 2 dozen eggs. That's crazy.
I was in 2nd grade, and when they showed me, I thought it was a flamingo's egg.
Oh, I don't know how big their eggs are, but probably not that big.
They're like, what kind of bird is the biggest and what can't fly? I'm like, flamingo.
All right. Did you guys get a chance to underline some facts in there that you thought were interesting? Okay. So I think, at the topic sentence here, we're going to introduce this African ostrich. I thought it was interesting that it was the largest on Earth. So I'm going to put that word here, largest. So up here, when we talked about hooded pitahui, it's the first poisonous discovered. Let's put Earth here too, because that is crazy. The largest bird on Earth. It didn't say where they live, but I'm going to guess in Africa. Jason?
Do we need to be changing the date on this?
No, you can just leave it. It's okay. We're adding to it. It's okay. What now? I'm going to have you guys take turns. Now, here's the thing. Your outline can look different. So if you have different facts underlined, I want you to put down the facts that you have that you thought were interesting. So you can start working on that on your own. But for the sake of time in class, I'm going to call on each of you to tell me something interesting you learned about them. And then we'll start making our outline together here. If you want to copy mine, you can. If you have something different you want to put, you can. Okay, go ahead and do that. But I'm going to start with Jason. And we'll kind of start at the top of the page here. What is something that you found that was kind of interesting that stood out to you?
That I can grow over 7 feet in height.
Yes. And 300 pounds. Yes. So on our outline here, you could put grow and the number 7 and maybe just like FT for feet and height. And then we could put 300 pounds. Now, like I said, if you guys have a different way of putting that or you want to put a different fact, you can. Okay, that's okay to do that. But that is an interesting fact. How about Kylie? What is another one that you underlined?
It can go 40 miles per hour.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting too. That's pretty fast. Not quite as fast as a freeway, but pretty fast. So it does say, I like how it says sustain speeds. And it's while it's running. So run, we could put sustain or however, how are you putting it, Kylie, on yours?
I just put run and then the number 40 miles hour.
Okay. And I'm going to put MPH. That is another abbreviation for miles per hour. So I put run, sustain speeds, 40 miles per hour MPH. But how you did it, Kylie, is fine. You can leave that. Okay, Natalia, how about you? What is a fact that you have underlined?
That it has massive bone legs and its two-toed feet have hoof-like pointed nails several inches in length.
Yeah, that's interesting too. It's kind of scary, actually. So massive leg bones. Do you know how to put that on your outline yet? Did you figure out how to write that? Not yet? Okay. We might have to, let's see, how could we write that? Two-toed feet. We might have to put that on 2 different lines. We could make that 3 and 4 because that's really interesting for both of those things. So you've got massive leg bones. That could be its own number. Leg. That's just telling, how strong the legs are. And then we've got 2-toed feet, hoof-like, pointed nails, several inches. Maybe we could do 2-toed. We don't need to put feet because obviously the toes are on the feet. pointed nails. I think that, because that sounds like almost like knives, huh? We could do like up arrow, and then do you know in math, when you use that symbol, that means inches? Or you can write IN for inches, meaning like a lot, several inches. That's just a thought I had in writing that. Ian, what did you underline that you thought was interesting?
One kick can kill a lion or disembowel a dog.
Yeah, that is interesting. So they're very dangerous for sure. So how can we put that in the outline, Ian?
Like the number one, and then kick. The word kick,
Okay.
and then maybe like a skull, and then lion.
Okay. I might just put kill and then lion and leave out the part about the dog. But if you want to figure out how to put that, you can put that. Whatever makes sense to you. Okay, Ian. So are you writing this down?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Back to Jason. Another fact that you underlined?
It's hard to make room for
I know.
only one line.
Well,
Probably about how the ostrich eggs are laid in like a communal nest, which can hold up to 60 eggs.
yeah, that's interesting about the eggs. Yeah, we could squeeze that in. We could put communal nest and then the number 60 and eggs. Like this. Communal just means like it's for the community, right? Communal. Communal nest, 60 eggs. If you like that fact, you can put that down. Remember, yours can be different. So you guys, I see everybody working. That's good. You guys should be working on yours, the facts that you like from, that you think are interesting from the article. So Kylie, what's one more for this one? Oh, you're muted. I can't hear you.
The colors of the female and male.
Yeah.
But we can just, but we could just do like the eggs are equivalent to 2 dozen chicken eggs.
I was thinking that too, because we just mentioned the eggs, but if you like to talk about the color, you could probably squeeze that in somewhere up above if you wanted to, or if you have something different. You don't even have to mention the eggs if you don't want to. It's however you want to do yours. But since I have eggs here for number 6, I think I'll keep going with that because that's pretty interesting. So like 1 egg, I'll put 1 egg equals 2 dozen chicken. And I'll just put E for eggs again. So we know it's not 2 dozen chickens, it's 2 dozen eggs, chicken eggs. Okay. So you get the idea. Go ahead and finish up what you have here for your African ostrich, and then we're going to start working on Roman numeral 3. So you'll be ready to write your paragraphs this week. So give me a thumbs up when you're done with your outline for African ostrich. Good. Good, good. Turn it over. Are you done with yours, Ian? Okay. Let's read about the southern cassowary. These are crazy birds. I had no idea. That's on page 69. So same thing, I'll read it. You guys just underline or highlight however you want to do that to find interesting things about this bird that we can put in your outline. So the southern cassowary. The southern cassowary is considered the most dangerous bird in the world. Whoa, I thought we already heard about the most dangerous birds. Dang, this one's like even worse, I guess. Let's see what happens. Inhabiting the tropical forests of New Guinea and northeastern Australia, it is the third largest bird after the emu and the ostrich. Although its body is black, it has a beautiful red neck and bright blue head, topped with a horny ridge on its upper bill and crown. Primarily eating fruit, it also consumes other plants, fungi, insects, and even small fish, lizards, or rats. With enormously powerful legs, a cassowary can run over 30 miles per hour. Not quite as fast as the African ostrich, but pretty close. It swims well. That's interesting. A bird that swims? It swims well and is able to cross wide rivers or swim in the sea. Wow. Man. Okay. Its three-toed feet have very sharp claws. That's no big surprise. The middle toe has a long, straight, murderous nail, which can sever an arm or eviscerate an abdomen with ease. Okay, eviscerate just means like slice open, and your abdomen is your stomach. So getting a little gory here. Wow. Though normally shy, a cassowary will attack when provoked. Oh, that's kind of ironic that it's shy when it has this murderous weapon on its body. It will charge, jump, and kick its victim feet forward, puncturing or lacerating the skin, possibly breaking bones. It has been known to attack dogs, horses, cows, humans, and even cars. What?
Sounds like someone else we know.
It kind of sounds like Godzilla to me. I don't know about you guys. Whoa, okay. The cassowary is considered endangered in Australia, mostly due to habitat loss, but also as a result of motor vehicle strikes and dog attacks. So I guess sometimes the vehicle wins. That's not good though. You probably they get run over or something. But I guess there's some vicious dogs out there that do attack them as well. So that's interesting. Feral pigs destroy cassowary nests and eggs. Although protected by law, it is occasionally hunted or trapped by humans. Wow, can you imagine trapping one of these guys?
So
And
basically what they're saying is although protected by law. So basically they're protecting a bird that is killing everything in its path.
pretty much it's like, yeah, that doesn't make sense. I don't know why they're going through all the effort to protect them, but I guess they are an animal, and we just need to give them their own island or something, right? Let's like kind of like Jurassic Park. Let's just keep them all separate. Kylie?
If they're protecting them, they must be doing something for them, like keeping down the fish population or something.
That's a good point.
Or a rat population.
You're breaking up.
That's a good point. Oh, it might be your internet, Ian. Can you hear me okay?
Huh?
Yeah, I think it's your internet is probably not good right now. Can everybody else hear me okay? Okay, good. I think it's your internet, Ian. You're having issues.
Can I try exiting out and then rejoining?
Yeah, you can try that. That's fine.
Okay.
But you had a good point there, Kylie, that, you know, they must be good for our environment or whatever. There must be a reason they want to protect them. So that's a good point. All right, so back to our outline. At the beginning, we did learn that it is considered the most dangerous. So I kind of think, because southern cassowary is the name of the bird, let's put just most dangerous here. In the world, that's pretty extreme. I thought we already learned about the most dangerous, but apparently this guy, even though it doesn't sound like he's quite as big, still scary. All right, so let's start with Jason again. What is something that you thought was interesting to put in our outline?
I'm going a little off of what it says, but I find it funny how it says it's the third largest bird, yet it's the most dangerous.
Yeah, that is interesting because you would think the bigger, the more dangerous, but that's not exactly true. So third largest, maybe we could put third like 3RD. Have you ever written third like that? Third largest. And then we can put emu and ostrich. You like that idea, Jason? Yeah, okay. It looks like Ian's coming in on 2 devices, so we'll see what he's up to. How's that, Ian? Better? It looks like you're logging in with something else too.
Oh, well, that's weird.
Oh, you don't want that? I can take that one off. Okay. Oh. Ian, oh my goodness. All right. Oh, I see. There you are. Okay, good. So we decided, Jason liked that part that's the third largest after the emu and the ostrich. How about Kylie? What's something else that you want to put in your outline?
Its body is black. It has a beautiful red neck and its bright blue head.
Yes. Okay.
I'm just putting down like colored pens.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Like a black, so I'm like coloring down black body.
Okay.
And then red and then neck, and then I put a blue and then head.
Okay. I like how you did that. That's smart to use different colors. I might do that's a tough one. Maybe black, because I don't have different colored. But maybe we could do red can be RD, and then I'll draw a neck here. And then blue. And then head. You guys probably have a better way to do that than me, but black body, red neck, blue head. All right. What about Natalia? What's another fact that, Ian, I'm worried you're not writing this down because I see you changing your screen and stuff. So you should be writing this down. Okay. Otherwise, you're going to have to watch this video all over again. What do you think, Natalia? What's another fact?
It consumes fungi, insects, small fish, lizards, or rats.
Yes. So we won't be able to write all of those, but I do like, we could put consumes, and then maybe we can pick 2 or draw some pictures. I guess a fish would be pretty easy to draw. That word is actually fungi. It comes from fungus. A fungus is something that grows, especially in the tropical areas where there's moisture, Kylie.
Like mushrooms.
Like mushrooms, yep. Or I was thinking like moss, stuff like that, that grows just from moisture, but that's a good one. I'm gonna draw a little fish here. And then maybe lizards. But you guys pick which ones you want to list there.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Can I get a Band-Aid?
Oh,
I
You okay?
I accidentally itched an alley that I
Oh,
hurt a brick on.
yeah,
And
go
it's
for it.
really big.
Uh-oh.
And I accidentally took off the scab. That's like the scab.
Oh, gross.
It's way bigger.
Go take care of that. She showed us the scab. That was kind of gross. Okay, Ian, what's one more fact that we can put here about the southern cassowary? And then I'll let you guys finish the rest of it later.
That it's supposedly the most dangerous bird in the world.
Yeah, we got that up here at the top, most dangerous.
Oh,
We already
sorry.
got that one. So what else did you underline or think it was interesting?
That the southern cassowary, and then the first bird. What was the first bird?
The hooded pitahui?
Yeah, the southern cassowary and the hooded. I can't say it. Pitahui.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Both live in the forests of New Guinea,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
so they both live there.
Yeah, that's a good point. So maybe if you put HP for hooded pitahui and you could do an and symbol here. SC for southern cassowary. Live New Guinea. That's an interesting thing. And we could put tropical. I think it's interesting, the tropical areas have brighter animals, like brighter colored birds and insects and fish. And it's interesting. It's just the type of habitat they live in. All right, you guys.
I
So
wish we had cool colored birds.
yeah,
We only have
too.
like rats with wings.
Yeah, those are pretty cool though. And we know some
Pigeons.
interesting snakes though, that the tropical, well, I guess they probably have interesting snakes too. Probably really bright colored snakes there.
We have cool snakes though, like rattlesnakes.
We have cool snakes, and then we also have I live in the mountains, so we have woodpeckers, and they're really cute. They're really like black and white and red. They're really like bright colors. Really cool. So, okay, so back to this. You guys are going to finish looking at your southern cassowary stuff that you underlined. You're just going to pick 3 more interesting facts to list here. And
I
then
have
your
a question.
okay, hold on just a second. And then your job is to write paragraph 2 and 3 of your report. Because remember, each one of these is about dangerous birds. That's your topic. So when you get to the end of the second paragraph, that's when you need to match the title. At least one word from your title should be in your last sentence. Okay. And what's your question, Ian?
I was wondering if after class I could show you a rattlesnake rattle, like a real one.
Sure. That's fine with me if anybody wants to stay and see that. By the way, don't forget your checklist as you're writing these paragraphs and the topic clincher. Let's do the topic clincher rule really quick. Do this with me. Say the topic sentence.
The topic sentence.
And the clincher sentence.
And the clincher sentence.
Must. Repeat or reflect. Repeat or reflect 2 or 3 key words. That's the rule right here. So you got to remember your first sentence and your last sentence, okay? They have 2 or 3 keywords that match. Either they're the same or close to the same word. So don't forget to put that in there. Any other questions about homework this week? Nope, you're good. No questions. You're good. Okie dokie. Well, Ian, I'm going to stop the share here and turn off the recording.